Okay, guys, so it is day 3 on MSC Grandiosa, and I'm about to show you something most ship tours don't. Not the here's every single deck tour. No, I'm taking you on an actual daily walk of how we moved through the ship, the shortcuts, the hidden spots, and a few things I didn't expect at all. And trust me, if you don't like waiting on elevators, you are going to want to see this. So, yes, this is the MSC Grandiosa day 3 for us, and I was filming throughout the day. This isn't going to be one of those straight line top to bottom tours, but honestly, that's kind of the point because this is how you actually experience the ship. One of the biggest things I want to show you is there's a way to get from the end of the ship to the other without dealing with the chaos. Deck 5. And I'm telling you now, we'll get there later in the video. Now, a quick little moment I have to include because it caught me completely off guard. I'm going through my footage later and I see the random clips and I'm like, who is that? Those aren't my shoes. Those aren't my husband's shoes. What is happening? Turns out my camera turns on if you touch the outside. If you've seen my camera, you probably know what I'm speaking of. So I'm guessing when someone moved it, the room steward, I'm sure, while cleaning the room, boom, surprise footage. You really never know what you're going to find when you go back through your film. Now, as far as the ship itself, she is beautiful, very light, very open, very easy to walk, which I love. And if you've been on MSC Meraviglia, you are going to recognize a lot of this layout. That ceiling in the promenade, that LED one that constantly changes, yeah, people will literally just stand there and watch it, and that's good. Also, there's an elevator a lot of people completely miss. I'll show you that too. So let's talk about one of the biggest things on MSC right now, Yacht Club and Aurea. We are not in the Yacht Club this time. I know. So I can't show you that, but we were in Aurea, and I'll say this ship does it a little differently. They actually have their own dining setup and kitchen for Aurea, which is not something you see on every ship. So that was definitely something I wanted to share. So let's talk about the Aurea because I had a moment. So I go up there first time really checking it out, and it is quiet, like really quiet. And I am not going to lie, I had a little flashback. For those of you who know, you know. If you've seen my previous Aurea experience, you definitely already know. There were times before when it was completely shut down. So when I saw this again, I was like, oh no, not again. But here's the thing. We did get to use it and we did enjoy it. But you just have to know it closes way earlier than you might expect. So you kind of have to plan around it. So this was a little bit after 9 on the first night. And here next, you will see during the day so you can see a better layout. Hey guys, so as you see here, this is the Aurea area where you come in, and it is definitely a wee bit different to say the least. You do have a sitting area. Now, I asked the guy earlier, and he said that the chairs are taken up at 7 o'clock at night. So, it's 7 o'clock at night. It's very windy here, guys, so I apologize. But they take them up at 7 o'clock at night, and the tub here is open until 8. So, you have sitting areas. Your main entrance is right here. trying to not film people, but the same thing here. Now it is windy. You can grab a cushion from underneath here and add it to one of the chairs should you, but there's a seating on both sides. And then again, you can go down and exit right here to the main pool area, or the slides area. So you can see the difference between the main hot tub area and the main pool area. Versus up here. Did you find it? So there's only 2 people up here. So difference. So if that would be worth it for you guys, that's something you can think about, maybe if you wanted to be in the Aurea. So while we stepped inside for a moment to look at the main theater, beautiful, I will tell you that this cruise, the weather, windy. Like you can hear it in the footage, windy. And yes, that's with editing, guys. I wanted to do the ropes course, I really did, but it was shut down because of the wind, which makes sense, but still, I was ready, guys. I really, really was. No, I thought you just had to sign a waiver.
That's right.
I figured as much. I was like, it is way too windy. It's like those that are very adventurous. Camera, which I had shut down. Wow, you can hear it. Oh, it's hitting this. Raining now. The back of the ship is beautiful. I mean, there's an adult area in the back, another pool, great views of the wake. And on this day, it wasn't crowded, but I could absolutely see it being a much busier spot on a nicer day. And from this area, which you will see in just a moment, you can actually go down the stairs and go to the back part of the ship where the marketplace actually has a seating area outside. So you just go down the stairs from that area and right into the marketplace seating area. You go through this area, there's washrooms, one on each side, and you can go right into the marketplace, grab you something to eat, and maybe come back out and have a seat if that's something you wanted to do. Now, I'll do the food in a later video, but I did want you to kind of see the layout because the buffet, it's big, but it's also very boxy. And that's the best way I can describe it. So if you're trying to go from one side to the other, it can feel a little maybe broken up, but they do repeat stations. So if you're missing out and you don't want to walk the entire thing, you can keep that in mind. Washy, washy. This was a transition period, so the areas were resting, as they like to say on their signs, which I think is so funny, but you get the idea. I did it this time so that it wasn't as busy, but you also can see that in between breakfast and lunch, there are areas that might not be open yet. Also, the fresh mozzarella station, listen, if you know, you know, that alone is always worth the walk. Quick tip too, there's actually a separate breakfast area set up in the morning near the edge bar. fresh juices, lighter options, and honestly a nice change sometimes from the main buffet. Now, they do not do this on every ship that I have seen so far, but this was on the Grandiosa. It is a way to give you just another option versus having to go to the dining room before you exit the ship, or some of the dining rooms, which I'll get into during the food, having breakfast in the morning as well. If you're trying to keep some sort of balance, keep it all balanced out, if you will, they do have a full gym setup. They have walking areas and different ways to kind of keep you in check, if you will. I personally have the math that if I take the stairs the majority of the time and walk to where I'm going to go most of the time, that my calories do not count while I am on a cruise ship. That is my math, and I will let you do yours. The MSC Foundation is something you'll see around the ship as well. They support environmental efforts and they work with UNICEF. It is always nice to see. It is never something they force you to support, but it is something that you might want to look into and see if it's something that you would like to participate in, whether it is giving towards the foundation or participating in buying something specifically from the foundation shop. They have cups and books and bags and hats and cups. I bought a hoodie from there that I could wear gladly. So just something to keep in mind that you know about. For families, arcade, bowling, yes, actually bowling on a ship, kids programs, and all of that. I'll say this, I have never heard anyone complain about the kids programs, and I do have to rely on others' opinions since I personally do not have any kids, nor do I know anyone that actually has kids young enough to go into these groups. We were trying to find the theater. They actually have movies. No luck. That's okay. This area is actually a sports arena area or a sports activities area. So they hold many things in this building that you're looking at right here, the glass. So they will have basketball. They will have football, European football, soccer for those that live in the States. But they always have some function going on. So it's not necessarily a free for all, whatever you want to do. What you're looking at right here is actually a pickleball tournament. Pickleball tournament meaning that you are playing to win, and these people really meant business. And you're eliminated, and whoever plays the best wins. And let me tell you, people were having a blast with that. So there's always something to do, simple games, whatever it may be, on this ship. The activities that do cost, whether it be the arcade or the games, there is a pass that you can purchase, and sometimes there's a special, so be looking for that. Now, this part I loved. We were out to sea, and of course, I spot another ship way in the distance. So, of course, I go through the sports court all the way outside, and turns out it was a Holland America ship. Some of you might already recognize it, but it was the Eurodam. And if you've ever cruised before, you know that is just fun to see. Eurodam is one of the ships that I have been on in the past, and it is always fun to see one out at sea. It is even more fun to see one that you have been on. You never know who you're going to meet here on this ship, especially when filming. Sometimes you meet people that will just walk up to you and ask questions. Sometimes you meet other people that might be forming a YouTube channel themselves and they have questions. This was a group that I met here that was his wife, the gentleman I'm speaking to here, and they were getting ready to start a YouTube channel and they said, "Hey, we got some questions." So I told them to reach out to me and give me the information. I have not heard yet. If I do, I'll put it down in the description so that you guys know to go follow them. Yes.
Now your rolls are perfect. Perfect.
There you go. Not bad. You gotta remember. All right. Y'all have fun.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
So when you're done with all the fun and you're looking for that place to sit back and relax, the Sky Lounge here on the Grandiosa is a good spot. At night, it is a beautiful spot to just look out and enjoy. They have a bar where you can get a coffee and something to drink. They also have live music. So while it is a nice place to sit and relax, they do have some things that go on from time to time. During the day, you can watch all the activities that are going on outside. It's a great vantage point. So it's kind of hidden back, and I think a lot of people might miss it, but a Sky Lounge is definitely a place to just kind of kick back if you're not wanting to sit in one of the main areas. So I definitely wanted to share that with you. For those who might be curious, samba, that's what they're teaching. I have to rely on those opinions of the people I run into or send me information as far as the kids' programs. I have never heard anyone say anything negative about the kids' programs. In fact, I have heard them say that the schedule is very good and they offer a lot for each age group. With that being said, there is a kids program on the MSC Grandiosa, and from what I understand, it is just as good as any of the other programs that they have throughout the fleet. So, yes, you are covered if that is something that you are looking for. I would say there's something I noticed pretty quickly. For a large ship, she actually really is easy to get around. I think a lot has to do with the promenade and the walkway here, which is equally as easy to get around that goes around the ship. Sometimes you have to go down some stairs and back up, but she is very easy to get around. It's open, it's bright, it's got a lot of your shops, foods, bars, and everything that's kind of centered right there within that promenade. So instead of constantly going up and down and around and trying to figure out where you are, you can pretty much walk straight through from the front to the back. And I'm telling you, that definitely makes a difference. Because I've been on ships where you feel like you are constantly turning or doubling back or trying to figure out where something is. And this was not that. Once you get your bearings, I would say you're good. And for those that something like this matters, now you know. And listen, as easy as it is on this ship to get around, I know that there will still be that one person who finds a way to get lost. And you know what? It's okay. We support you. We love you for it. And I promise you're not the only one. Many people go, when they arrive somewhere, wait, this is not where I was headed. Or, how did I get here? It happens. Some with the drink package, some without the drink package. So, you know what? I say cruise your way and don't worry about it. We're here for you. There are several different areas throughout the ship to grab something quick to eat, whether it was something sweet, hamburgers, hot dogs, pizza. There were places that you could go to where you didn't necessarily have to go back inside to grab something. So if you're that pool bunny that likes to sit outside all day, whether you're reading a book, whether you're enjoying the vibe, whether you're listening to the music, there are places for you to pop in, grab something, and still keep your chair. For those people who have their chair from morning to night, that's possible, guys. I have had people ask me that. They're like, my kids are going to come back and they're going to want to see where I'm at. I don't want to go too far. This ship has that. So for those that have asked that question, there you go. And thanks for asking question, guys, just by the way, because you are what makes this channel. You are the reason, we're doing this. So you may think a question is silly, or you may think a question only pertains to you, but you'd be surprised how many people comment, me too, or thanks for that, or I didn't think about that. So guys, always comment on the videos. Always ask me if you would rather do that, reach out, and I'll make sure that I'll include that question on that next video. So thank you, guys. I appreciate that. There is one question that comes up a lot. Does MSC have a solarium? Meaning, for those who aren't understanding what I'm asking, an adults-only area pool that would be inside. If you're familiar with Royal Caribbean, you know that they do have that area. Celebrity, some of the other cruise lines have a specific inside pool solarium area that's adults only, 18 and up. No, MSC does not have that. You see here, they do have an inside pool area. They do have a solarium area. However, kids are allowed. So keep that in mind when you are looking for that place to go, kick back and relax. If you're looking for an indoor pool area, they have it, but there may be some kids there as well. So hopefully that has answered the question that I get asked a lot. For those that love that LED ceiling that the Meraviglia or the Grandiosa class has, it is a beautiful, ever-changing scene that happens. And if that is something that you like, it is beautiful. And there are people that will just sit and watch it all day. Now, circling back, remember I told you about a shortcut, deck 5, if you will. This is how you move through the ship without fighting the crowds. Front to back, back to front, straight through to reception. Now, it is not a straight line. You have got some turns, which is why I want to show you. But once you know it, you will use it every day. And honestly, it ties right back to what I was saying earlier. For a ship this size, the way it is laid out, it just makes sense. Right outside to the reception area and to the open area. So it was that easy. We took it from our floor upstairs, took the elevator. That's the other thing I was telling you about. This elevator everyone misses. It's the glass elevator, and it is usually tucked away. On the Seashore, she's tucked away near the reception area. On the Grandiosa, she's tucked away in the hallway. But you can take that to your 5th floor and then just walk straight through. It is that easy. Overall, we absolutely enjoyed the Grandiosa, and it is one of those ships where you can stay busy or absolutely do nothing at all and still enjoy yourself. And sometimes those quieter moments like this are just the best part. Coming up, we're going to be diving into the food and what surprised us, what we loved, and what you need to know before you sail. Trust me, there are a few things like this right here that you're not going to expect. So make sure you're subscribed. And I will see you in the next one. Anybody have any guesses what that is? Let me know in the comments.